what's on your list? So I have over here my superior fall beverage, in my opinion. It is half apple cider, half unsweetened iced tea. And I've got some ice in there. I brought out the red Starbucks tumbler because this is like my fall winter colored tumbler. I was using my pink and blue ones all summer, and now I'm ready for the fall colors. I have a rose gold as well that I like to use for fall. But I love the red one. It's like a burgundy red, which is like my favorite shade of red. It's like a burgundy red. And it's got this quilted pattern. Quilted pattern. I think is so pretty. And oh look, my lip gloss is like a perfect match. This one is from Maybelline. It's the Lifter Gloss. With hyaluronic acid. And it is the shade Taffy. And it's one of my favorites. I'm gonna have to buy a new one when it runs out, because I reach for it all the time. It's such a pretty color. A pretty color. Okay. So I made like a little list, so don't forget what's on my list, and so we can go down the list and talk about it. So let's see, I'll just do some soft hair stroking sounds in the background. I want to visit a pumpkin patch for sure. There's one like pretty near where I live, and we always go there. And my parents are coming very soon, so we'll go with them. And of course, that leads to carving pumpkins. We carve pumpkins every year, usually like multiple times, because we do it too early because we're so excited, and then we have to carve new ones for Halloween because they've rotted. It's okay, we don't mind. We like doing it. So we carve pumpkins, and then the next thing on my list is roasting pumpkin seeds. I love to save the seeds from the pumpkins and then roast them. It's so good with seasonings, different spices. We use like garlic and paprika and salt, of course. Turmeric we've done is really good. So of course I want to do a corn maze as well. The same place we get pumpkins has a corn maze, so we'll do that then. Last year the corn maze was like a scavenger hunt. You were trying to find different things, and it was really fun. It was like all set up where you scan a QR code when you find one, and then that gives you the next clue for where you're trying to go. I want to do a Halloween like jigsaw puzzle. I ordered one from Amazon. It's not here yet, but I think it's gonna be here tomorrow. So I'm gonna do jigsaw puzzle probably while my parents are here, like the four of us can work on it. Let's see, I want to have a fall, like a hot beverage date with my husband. We do this, I mean, multiple times a year, but like I want to just really go in on the fall vibes and wear like cozy fall sweaters and flannels and I don't know, boots, cozy boots, and we have a little cafe here in our little town, and they have, of course, a fall beverage menu, and so I want to go, and my favorite is, for hot drinks, is a chai tea latte, and this one, they do pumpkin spice in it as well for the fall, pumpkin spice chai tea latte, and it has to be steamed with cinnamon. That's the best. And my husband does like I don't know, some kind of pumpkin spice latte, but with extra shots. Okay, what else? Of course, we're gonna go leaf peeping. That's on the list. It's like a big thing in this part of the country because the leaves, there's so many deciduous trees that the leaves are pretty crazy, like just gorgeous. So it's called leaf peeping, like when you go out in your car specifically driving to look at the leaves. So we're gonna do that. What else? Oh, I wanna, of course, read spooky themed books. I already have a video up about my October like reading lineup, and they're, you know, spooky kind of books, and I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. What's next? Okay, a hayride. There has to be a hayride, and the place we get our pumpkins also does hayrides, so we'll definitely have to do that there. We're going to another place too to pick apples, which is also on the list. And I think they do hayrides as well. So we're gonna do apple picking, and the reason we're gonna do that is so we can make applesauce. So my grandfather from my dad's side, he's passed on, but he always made absolutely delicious applesauce, and so it's just a fall like tradition that we have to make applesauce. My papa's applesauce, I called him Papa, so that's gonna be fun. It's always so good. I love to eat it warm, and it has to be with cinnamon. It has to be cinnamon applesauce. It has to be warm. I just like heat it up, you know, quickly in the microwave. Every time I pull it out of the jar, because it has to be warm. Okay. What's next? I have to decorate for Halloween. We go like all out. We go all out for Halloween. It's both my husband and I's like favorite decorating holiday. We do Christmas pretty crazy too, but like Halloween is where it's at, and we love like handing out candy for trick-or-treaters. Our neighborhood gets crazy. Like some years we get over 300 kids, so I have to buy a lot of candy, but I don't mind. It's fun, and we have these heaters that are for outdoor heaters, you know, and we bring them and put them on the porch, and we sit outside on our porch to hand out candy. That's a thing in our neighborhood. Everyone does it that way. The kids don't like ring the doorbell. They just walk up to the porch and you give them their candy. And I can't wait for that. I think it's gonna be super fun. And my husband and I always dress up, and the reason so many kids come to this neighborhood is because we live in a pretty rural area. The houses are really spread out for the most part. So our neighborhood is one of the few in this area that has houses concentrated together. They're like 1 to 2 acre lots that, so they're still pretty like spread out compared to like a neighborhood in a bigger city, but the kids can walk, at least to like 40 different houses. So parents will drive their kids to this neighborhood so they can trick or treat, because most of them live, on 20, 30, 40 acre farms, and that's obviously not easy to trick or treat. So that's why we get so many, and it's super fun. Okay, I want to bake a whole slew of pumpkin things, but I'm gonna put on the list pumpkin bread. At least that's the minimum. I have to make pumpkin bread. I love to make like little mini loaves and take them like to our neighbors and send some in with my husband to work for his coworkers and stuff. I love baking. I think it's super fun, and it's something I've like always been just naturally good at. Like, there's not a lot that I'm naturally good at. I have to work really hard to be good at most things, but baking just comes to me somehow, and I think it's really fun. Okay, I want to have a Scream movie marathon, and I know you guys that watched my Summerween movie video, you guys are gonna be like, didn't you just do like a Scream marathon? And yeah, I did a couple months ago, but I don't care. I'm gonna do it again. It's something about the Scream series for me. One of my best friends growing up, she introduced me to this series, and she was obsessed with it. We used to watch it like every weekend when we hung out, and now I just like, especially around fall time, like I have to watch Scream, all 4 of them. I love the first 3 are my favorite. I don't mind 4, but it's just kind of, it's like, it's okay, but the first 3, so good. And I love that Scream's making a comeback, because there's all this Scream stuff out now, and like that one, No You Hang Up line is so popular. It's super funny. Get another sip of this. My throat's like getting really dry. You have to give this a try, you guys. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so what's next on my list? Caramel apples. I have to make caramel apples. My family has this caramel sauce recipe that's been around for a long time in our family. We always make it. I mean, probably more than we should. Let's be honest. It's so good. I've given the recipe to like so many people, and they're all like obsessed with it. They're like, oh my gosh, I make it all the time now. I'm like, I know it's terrible, because it's not good. It's what's in it is not good, but it tastes so good. It tastes so good. I have like several friends that are like, curse you for showing me this, because it's so good and so easy to make. Like, it's just wrong. But of course, I'm gonna make it. We're gonna eat it, and I'll worry about the workouts I need to do to make up for it later, because it's worth it. As Prue from the Great British Bake Off would say, it's worth the calories for sure. But it's literally like 2 sticks of butter, a cup and a tablespoon of corn syrup, a can of condensed milk, and a teaspoon of vanilla, and then I think it's like 2 cups of brown sugar. It's so bad, but so good. Okay, so what else? I have to make chili. I love chili, you guys. Oh, it's so good. And I have like so many different versions of chili that I love. Like, I have a pumpkin and turkey one, a butternut one that I love, a flowers. I think there's one more. Oh, I can't think of it now, but there's so many chili recipes that I love. And it does not upset my stomach, but my husband's like, he's like, I love eating it, it tastes amazing, but then I feel so bloated later. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I just have to make it. He's like, well, that's your problem when my stomach is hurting later. I'm like, that's fine, I'll deal with it. Okay, so, oh, and I have to make my pumpkin enchiladas. So, I use this recipe for, it's like a homemade from scratch pumpkin enchilada sauce. Everything else about the enchiladas is just normal, like taco meat rolled up in tortillas, and then the pumpkin enchilada sauce is poured over, and then cheese. Oh my gosh, but the pumpkin sauce is so good. I did a video, like a cook with me, on making the pumpkin enchiladas last year. So if you are interested in that recipe, check out that video. I have to go to several fall festivals. There's this town, it's a little bit of a drive for us, but I don't mind, like if it's under 2 hours, I'm like, that's fine. It's called Cynthiana, Kentucky, and they're like known for going all out crazy for Halloween, almost like Halloween Town in Oregon. Like it's everything, the whole town does Halloween. So I want to go there and do that fall festival, and then I'm trying to think, there's one like very close to my town that I want to do, but it's gonna be small, like it's gonna be real little, but I don't, I love fall festivals, so I'm good. I don't care if it's like a huge one or a small one. I want to do it. I want to do all of it. Everything fall. Okay, so the next thing on my list is I want to do like a bath. I love taking baths, but I want to do it all like fall themed. Like I want to put my lights on. I have like colored lights. I want to do like red and orange, and then have like a pumpkin spice bath bomb, and like treats that are fall themed in the tub. I have like a little table. It's like built for the bathtub. It goes across the bathtub, so I can have my computer to watch movies and some wine and some treats, and my book and stuff. So I want to do fall themed like treats and bath bomb, and then watch a fall movie like while I'm relaxing in the tub and reading. And what I love to do the most when I'm taking a bath is I will be reading my book, but in the background on my computer I will have like an ambiance going. Typically it's a Harry Potter ambiance. You guys know I'm obsessed. If you've been watching my videos, I love ASMR weekly Harry Potter ambiances, but also just like fall themed ambiances. The channel Rainy Boy has really great like fall ambiances, like rain, fall rain on the lake, or fall trees, like rustling and different scenarios. So I love to have an ambiance on while I'm reading in the tub. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, I have 2 more things, and actually one of them I can already check off my list. So I planted my autumn garden, and I'll do a video on that so you guys can see. But my husband took me to this nursery in our area. It's kind of a bougie, like a fancy nursery. We would never buy like the majority of our plants there because it'd just be too expensive, but they have very reasonable like annual flowers, little small annual flowers. And when I redo my barrels in my yard for fall, a lot of planted stays, the summer stuff. I planted stays like the ferns and the coleus and whatever weeping plant I have. I have creeping Jenny and I have vinegar vine and sweet potato vine. Those all stay. And then I just take what I had put in the center, which is usually petunias and geranium. I pull those out because they're mostly spent by the end of summer anyway. They're kind of scraggly and, dying. So I pull those out, and then I plant ornamental cabbage, ornamental peppers, and pansies. So the cabbage and peppers, they'll last till like the first freeze, which is pretty late here in Kentucky, so I have a while. But they'll die after it freezes. But the pansies don't. The pansies will bloom all winter. Like they'll bloom in the snow. So I love to put the pansies in. And sometimes they'll even like make it through to the spring, and they're still there when I go to plant for summer. So I love doing that. And we picked up mums. Chrysanthemums is their full name. It's those like rounded bulbous plants with all the little flowers. We picked them up from our mum supplier. This lady that lives near us, she grows mums that she supplies to Costco, but she also sells them just for local people, and they're cheaper if you buy them from her than getting hers from Costco. So we went and picked out our mums, and I got the most beautiful. They're burnt orange and yellow. Like they come out, the petals come out burnt orange and yellow, like variegated. So I got 2 of those, and then I got 2 like deep burgundy, like this color mums. So that was so fun. It was like the best day. I got to go plant shopping, and we got a hot beverage while we were plant shopping, and I came home and got to plant my plants in my barrels while I was listening to Harry Potter. It was just a great day. I was listening to the fifth book, and it was like towards the end of the book where they were at the Ministry of Magic trying to rescue Sirius, and it all went down. Okay, so the last thing on my list so far, I might add things, is to make a gratitude list. I always like to do that. I'll like write. I'll do it in different ways. Some years, like I've written it in my journal. Some years, like one day at a time, or I have just sat down and done a whole list. But I like to make a gratitude list, and then like all month of November, while I'm like praying, I will kind of add in like the things I'm grateful for, and just kind of like repeat them in my mind, and talk to God about them, different things. So I definitely want to do that. I always feel like it's a really just nice way to reflect on what's going really well in your life and what you're grateful for, because I think sometimes, myself included, like we can just get really focused on like the negatives, or like what's going wrong, or what we don't have, or things like that. This time of year, it's like really great to be recalled into your understanding of how much you do have, and everything you do have to be grateful for, and everything that is going right. And I just think it's good. I love it. So let me know if any of the things on my bucket list are on yours. I would love to hear. And